Okay, it's been a little while and things are going pretty well. So if we go, this one just here just had 200 people waiting just there. So the trains are keeping up, so they're not full up. But you can see over here, 145. Doesn't look like there are that many people, but that is apparently how many people are there. So they are actually stunt users. So that's pretty good. That's a lot of people not taking cars. I assume it's not one-to-one, but yeah, that's pretty good success rate. I had to extend this double track out here because one of them came behind the other one and it got stuck, which was a big pain. But otherwise, happy with that. That's pretty good. Alright, not looking too bad. So hopefully we'll see a small increase in the roads, but really with that amount of people, I doubt it. Honestly, it's probably still going to be pretty shit. I don't think it's really going to be fixing up this situation for a little while at least, but it will do a little something, at least to start with. Okay, next thing that I want to do is I think that we need some schooling over this area. There have to be a few schools scattered around. We're going to have one over here in a more urban location, but I think over here we'll have to have maybe a bit nicer one, maybe with a bit more green space. They can have the luxury of a little bit more room than some other places have. Let's get rid of this one little palm over here. So let's find some schools that we can use. I was looking around at this one because I think we'll have a high school and an elementary school. I like the look of this one. This is a high school. So this is just a Japan style school. It does fit quite nicely. Not quite there. So it's probably best not to go there. We can put it along here if we want to do. We also have this one, which I saw, which I really quite like the look of. It's pretty cool looking. I was thinking if we put it down, and of course it doesn't need to line up with this path because this path can go somewhere else. So I was thinking like it could go like along there because it's kind of got that curve. I was originally thinking it could maybe go here because that curve just fits really nicely. But I don't know if, people who are living here want to have a elementary school right there outside of their building. I guess it doesn't matter too much because as long as we don't have like a pick up and drop off area for parents here, I think it should be okay to be there because the actual area that they'll be hanging out will be along here anyway. And that does look pretty cool the way it like follows that line, I reckon. Go down here, like that just, like it looks nice. It's a nice looking building. I wish there was like a matching high school to go with it, but not that I could find. But I don't mind the idea of that one. I don't want it too large or too compact. This one could go here. I kind of like the idea of them both being on the same side, That one, some of them come with extra things, so that one definitely could fit the high school. That looks quite nice. And I reckon we'll combine them. We'll kind of fence them both off together and have some shared facilities in the center. I don't know if that's particularly realistic, but it made sense to me. I think I like that one a little bit more if we were to use either of these. Of course, we got the ones from the mod, these high capacity ones. They don't look too bad. I don't love the look of them, but they are realistic enough to be used. This is a gym, but it functions as a high school. So I could say it's whatever really. This one, that's kind of a bit more just a regular one. This should probably be like a nice one over in this area. That looks not too bad. This one looks pretty cool. This probably looks like it would be like a library, I reckon. So even though I think, yeah, this is a high school, Phoenix High School. Apparently that's a real high school then. It looks pretty small for it to be a real high school, but it must be just like some building maybe in Phoenix High School. But that looks pretty nice, but I feel like that would be like a good A building as part of a larger campus. Campus, is that what kind of word you'd use? This one looks really nice and it kind of fits with the look of that, but this is a university, not a high school, which unfortunately I do kind of want it to be a high school. We don't have any libraries. This may be the place to put a library because this is a pretty cool looking place. This is pretty nice, and libraries normally are pretty nice places. So I could definitely see this, maybe this square should be a library. We got anything else? Oh, that's a pretty nice looking library. La Rosie. This one's really cool looking as this is a university. I could definitely see wanting to use this somewhere. I think I have to come back to this one because that looks really nice. I like the way it goes over top of the roads. These are high school buildings that you can kind of just modular connect them together. Which isn't too bad. I could use some things like just the athletics area and connect it to another building if I wanted to. Others we got this one. That's pretty nice. That's a college. That doesn't quite fit with that road, but this one as well. But again, that's a little bit. I wanted a nice looking one, so I think the two that we originally Apple Campus RD building for some reason thinks it's a university. Is that actual like a university equivalent in Apple Campus? I don't know. So which one did I choose? That one just fits if I wanted to use it. It is pretty big though, but it could be used. I mean, that is more of a realistic size for a high school, to be honest, but I think we'll go for a more compact Asian style one. That's a high school, but I don't love the look of it as much. So I think we'll go for, which one did we decide on? I think we'll go for this one, this Japanese styled, Japan style high school. Put that down there, is that the right height? Yeah, just about, and then we'll do some detailing in between. So I think this one should go, it has a little entrance there, maybe the entrance should go there. I don't want to do with a drop-off area, because even in a place where there's not going to be many drop-offs, because it's going to be ideally not too many. It's not going to, it's not American style, right? It's not going to be that hard eventually for there to be kids making their way to the school themselves. They don't even be picked up in cars to be driven everywhere. So I don't think we need to dedicate too much drop-off space, but maybe a little bit would be good. But I don't really know where I would do that. If anything, it could be done like over on this side, and then they can use this to go over. It's not too bad an idea. I think first of all, we're going to have to change this because I want this middle area to be used for the schools. So these two will drop down to there. Please and thank you, and then bring you along there. This one, I don't mind the look of it, but if you're not perfectly straight, it does look a little bit funky. So if I can find, I think these ones are pretty good. Been using these everywhere. Maybe I'll just use the number 2 instead. You know what I'm thinking? I was thinking like we'd need to run this alongside, but there's no reason for this to be a highway now, because even though this is a highway road, this, it's running through the city. It's not going to be a highway that is unbroken through the city. Like this will be just a regular avenue. So I think we'll upgrade these. I don't want parking, so I can use that one. It doesn't look very nice. Looks a little bit narrow. I think I like the look of this one, but I don't want people parking on it. So I'm going to use this, but then I'm going to change it so people can't park on there. This does open up the use of pedestrian crossings if I wanted to, which near a school would definitely make sense. So if I was to do a pedestrian crossing, this would be the place, but I think we'll keep the overpass for now. I think at this stage, the city will still be, this little bit will be prioritizing the car traffic a little bit more than they maybe should. And we'll deal with maybe upgrading that to a better system for convenience little bit later on. We'll make all of these giveaways though. A bit more flow straight on. But now people can use these sidewalks now at least. Do I want this? I think we'll do that because that's looking a little bit ugly. I don't know if people can make that transfer from here, but I don't know, it doesn't matter too much. There's not many people walking along here anyway. But the road here will have to be changed because we don't want this here. Why are you driving across there? Does it freak out when I change the roads? Either way, you guys will need to... Actually, I think that's silly. I'm going to keep this one that was dropping down here, but it's not going to cut through this school as well. So why are you elevated? Get down to the ground. Okay, it's looking a little bit funky, but that's working enough for now. We should definitely have a fence along here to cut off the, at least elementary school, with the road up until the front here. And then I don't think it matters too much if this front way is a bit more open. Do that along to there, pull that along. I don't really know exactly how elementary schools normally fence off their areas and how strict they are in a lot of countries, you know. I mean, definitely in some countries they'll be stricter than others, but I'm just gotta kind of do what I feel makes sense. Probably do that right to that corner there. So if there are students getting off here, they'll need to walk all the way around, but that's fine, I reckon. And then just along here, we'll do a curved one here, up to there, and then I suppose just I don't really know how this will end here because, you know, I don't necessarily need it to be sealed off, but I just feel like this should be entirely open to the street. I feel like there should be a little bit of a barrier there. So we'll do that, and we can maybe look at some examples of some high schools, elementary schools, and see what they do, but I'll leave that one like that for now. Maybe do a path along there. I might add this as a gym on to the side of this, come to think of it. So we'll actually, what orientation do we want this? We'll do it like that, and then we'll kind of slide that in there. Push that along. Actually, yeah, we'll keep that back over there. So you can get in the side, and then this will be a gymnasium for the students as well. And then we'll put a few little things down here in the middle, but I think I'll cut to a quick time lapse where I figure out exactly what this is going to look like, because I think I need to look at some examples and I'm not too sure yet what I envision this area to look like exactly. Okay guys, I think I am done. There's a little bit more work than I thought I was going to be doing. Let's take you through it, even though you've already seen it all. So we have our little entrance here. I've got this little statue here for, I don't know, something to do with the name probably. So over on this side where we have the elementary school, we've got this amazing asset here with this little playground. So I've added like a little extra slide and this little 3-sided basketball court. This is really cool looking, I reckon. And then because we where a lot of kids are just hanging around, the young'uns are having their meals here, having their lunches here. They've got their sort of like, they can kind of have a little private area, so they have a little bit of independence, I thought. I don't know if that makes any sense. I just put these down and I thought having the benches alongside kind of made some sense. Who knows? So anyway, I put this kind of privacy barrier slightly along the side, plus it makes it look a lot nicer. It's kind of a bit of a more bougie high school and elementary school is kind of what I'm trying to go for. Got some nice planters around with the trees and this cool little sculpture here. That seems like a thing that like a very modern high school would do, have weird sculptures around. So we do the same over here with this one around here as well, just like a modern art piece, which the kids can hang out around and probably try to climb and then get yelled at. Over here we have the bike parking for all the kids who are cycling in. I like these walkways. I could have hypothetically made it so like to cover more of the walkways, but I kind of just like the look of them just kind of occasionally being there with stretches of the uncovered in between. A little soccer one, sort of an indoor, kind of indoor, but just a little bit of a fenced off small soccer pitch. It's not full sides, but that should work for them. Some more benches and some open grass area. A few more benches, table tennis. It's kind of multi-purpose indoor basketball, soccer, tennis, whatever they want to put. Multi-configuration thing here, which is probably good for a more compact-ish for the school, and then a few more cheap tables for people to hang out and have some lunch and stuff. I think I will do a path along here just to kind of give this kind of a ending point, because it kind of just doesn't quite look right over here. So I'll just quickly do a path like that just to kind of give it a bit of a hard edge. Probably something along here as well. I think we'll leave this uncovered, so I'm not going to fence this off because this could actually be an entrance for faculty or possibly the students. I'm not too sure, but I think this has turned out pretty well. It's quite nice. If you go over here, you can see that there is definitely some good demand for the trains now, which is great. I don't know, I assume the traffic is still as bad as ever. I can't imagine it's improved. 6% still, so no actual proper help, but there is still definitely a lot of demand. Probably it's because this is all held up. What is going on here? Shit, I was really hoping this wouldn't happen. Probably something over here is getting held up where they're trying to cross over. Damn, what's going on here? So currently are they getting stuck? Because which one is getting stuck? It's hard to tell which direction these are going. I bet these guys are coming in this way and they're getting stuck with this one. Let's remove this guy. So you're going to go in there. Can you let him through? You can. That'll free everything up for now. But how long that's going to last, I can't say. Let's just see how that goes. Probably every train station is now pretty full. I mean, this is not too much, but maybe these ones definitely need some picking up. So let's get this flowing again. I'll just let that go. Where's this guy going to go? You're going up that way, so hopefully you will go and pick up some people on this side. Okay, so now there's 430 people still waiting, even though this has just picked up a full load of people. So let's see how this goes. I hope that this doesn't get stuck again, because I need to keep an eye on that. Are you guys stuck again? I think they've immediately gotten stuck. So the issue has definitely been caused by trains that are trying to pull in and then pull like back out. The only solution is that they have to be told they cannot change, and so they will need to come out here and use this turnaround all the way out here, which I was thinking of getting rid of, but I'll have to keep it obviously and just need to readjust it a little bit. I think I want to do something else with that area that's not so space inefficient. So unfortunately that'll slow things down a little bit, but it'll, will make things better. But I think if we follow this guy now, then we will see them use a turnaround. If I can remove that, just follow this for a little while, because it's always fun to just follow along with some trains and see what they do. Oh yeah, this one I have screen to fix the elevation there. So now take this and then a big sweeping turn. I think that big interchange is something that we'll use with a more updated tracks, but with these older tracks I've been switching to, I think having a smaller turnaround that's slower speed, I think is probably the way to go. I think that's what they would be doing. So what's going on here? Now this one's stuck. So can we remove that one? So now, what's going on now? So I think this guy has got confused and is now having issues. Okay, that seems to be flowing for now. So even this guy, I don't want I think these big trains are actually coming and trying to get into here, which I don't want. I know there was an issue where this was braking and it didn't matter if you told them not to. These stations, even though you told them not to, they were still getting intercity trains, but we'll give it a shot anyway, because I definitely don't want intercity trains coming into these ones. So hopefully now there'll be a better flow for people coming into here, and then students can hopefully now start using this for the high school. This is turned on, but there is no students actually coming to it yet. I don't know if it needs a little while to kick into gear to get it going, but I think that should be good for that. Actually, one thing I will change, like I mentioned, I'm going to be putting down a library. We'll do that nearby. So, I really like the look of this one. I think that fits with the vibe of this area. So you'll have this. We'd like to just adjust it a little bit. And, I think probably beautify this little area up a little bit as well. There was that Arizona high school building, which looked nice, but I think I'll leave that. I think that could be put to use elsewhere. Alright, I finally figured out the best way I think I can do this. So I wanted to have this little more of a square plaza look to it, kind of to be a bit fiddly with the terrain, as you kind of always have to do in City Skylines to make sure it looks good. Then got a little coffee place where you can gather outside. Maybe I could do some planters around to make it look nice, but I think I'll leave it like that for now. Kind of got a few stairs here, but it turned out that the slope wasn't really that big, so it kind of looks a little bit weird. But just a few little stairs for that little dip there. And now I reckon this area could probably do with some fancy sports areas, much like the other one did before as well. So I reckon having a little bit of like tennis, I think a football or a soccer pitch would be good as well. I don't think I've got a small baseball field because obviously, you know, with a little bit of Japanese inspiration, I could do a baseball, but I don't think I've any downloaded. So I think I'll stick to football as this place's main sport. Those ones look a bit smaller. I wouldn't mind doing less if they're a bit more full-sized. So maybe this area could be used for that. But I'm not sure if there will be any way to fit a proper-sized football pitch anywhere around here, come to think of it. We could do it on the other side, I reckon. That could be a good idea. And if we... Oh, I could do it here. We could move this thing somewhere else. Like this could be put there possibly. And then move this one up here. But it doesn't look great, does it? Put that back there. You guys reset. At this one. That one's no better, but I like the smaller stadium. We will have one around here somewhere. I think of here's a good place to have it, but I haven't quite developed an idea of what's going to be over there yet. Maybe if there is a swimming area as well. So what do we got? We got a swim club. That could be a good one to have here. Right across here. That's a swimming pool. That's like a public pool. A aquafun club. Good pool. Like these clubs that you can put down. I think this would be... I like the idea of this being a kind of club heavy area. As in we got the tennis clubhouse, we got the swimming club. I think the swimming club will go here if it can fit nice enough. It looks like it can. Maybe that'll be like that. This will be like the entrance side. And we'll do our standard thing where we use our Bob mod, which is so good, to change it to something else. So on this side we'll have something a little bit smaller. Some bamboo, we could always do. Banana tree is always a good standard one. I think for these we'll maybe use something like that. And maybe this one we could use something a bit taller. A bit too small. Regular coconut tree, yeah. Let's use that, and then fern, we'll keep a fern because fern is pretty kind of Southeast Asian as it is. So we'll have that there. I would like a tennis one somewhere as well though. And if it's I guess it could be a small one, even though I like this club. That's kind of a fancy thing to have. Double a tennis club. You know, that's where rich motherfuckers go. Especially with like this here. Like a tennis club seems like something that should be around. Can I fit more than... I think I want this one with the... I fit 3 across there. Just about, maybe if I smush them together a bit more actually. Then we could just about fit those. Although it appears that the asset is not downloaded correctly. So, so it's hard paintable. So I think I need to paint a decal on top. I don't love it. I just like the look of this one because it's got all the stuff attached to it, you know? I think that looks real nice. Even if they're smaller, it kind of gives off a cooler effect by having like the clubhouse and everything. But I don't know if I can fit that in anywhere. I can do like that and then bring this road down to connect here instead. It's definitely a possibility. Or I could do it the other way. Or I could maybe do it like there. And then, but then the road will have to do like a weird little squiggle. Or if we ended that road, I think it will look weird if that connects there, because that's going to break up that median, which is not what I want. Even if you can kind of artificially put in medians with like the marking tool, but it's not exactly what I want. That doesn't look too bad. I mean, it actually looks good, but does the road layout work? Yeah, I think so. I don't think you would know that that was modified if you hadn't seen it. I actually quite like these little small little parking areas on the side. Cool, I think I will definitely keep that there. And then at some point we'll find somewhere for a soccer pitch, but I won't figure that out right now. I think I'll leave that for now while the public transport is backing up. Actually, let me check that trains aren't getting stuck still. What's going on here? So there's a bit of a backup, but they're not getting stuck. They're just taking a while to get going. I think maybe because I deleted them, they're all spawning like together, so they need a little while to unbunch. So I think that'll fix itself up. I think I will leave that. All right, so plenty of people are using this now. These are getting filled up. There are, because I think I deleted those trains, they're all bunched together still. So they are still catching up. So they hopefully, once these guys will come down here, they will be able to take care of that demand, and these guys will get flowing again. Still a bunch of people looking to get back, but that's great that there's good ridership, even for these old trains, these old stations. You know, these are probably old legacy lines that have just been here forever, and they're still using them, but it's getting still underinvestment from the government that really should be doing some much more rapid transport for these people. But maybe these places aren't quite in the aren't quite technologically and financially in position to do that right now. But maybe at some point we'll definitely have to take care of that. I think these trains need a little bit of work. I've got some plans for what I think I want to do with them. I think I want to get a bit of a yard for them, like a train yard, as well as some cargo rail stations as well, and some maintenance depots. So I think we need a little bit of realism there with showing some of the historic rail yards that would have been put down. I'll deal with that next episode. So I hope you like this. And if you did, maybe I'll see you in the next one. And I'll see you then. Bye. God, I'm so bad at this.